Did you know that Elon Musk is the grandfather of ChatGPT? Neither did I. See, Sam Altman and Elon Musk, along with 4 other industry experts, founded OpenAI 8 years ago, all the way back in December of 2015. The original idea behind the company is that AI should be open sourced and not in the hands of one big conglomerate, hence the name OpenAI. 2 months before OpenAI was founded, Sam and Elon even had an interview together for Vanity Fair. In this interview, Elon Musk had this to say when he got asked what kind of company he would start if he were to start over again from scratch.
There's 2 areas which, I mean, they're fraught with issues, but it's one of those things where if you don't do something, maybe not doing something is worse, like on the AI front or on genetics. So those are the 2 things I think, besides sustainable transport, the internet, and making life multiplanetary, rewriting genetics and AI. The latter 2 are the ones that can most change destiny of humanity, but they're really dodgy. So, I mean, maybe I'd try to do something in one of those 2 areas.
Only 2 months later, they founded OpenAI together as a non-profit. Knowing this, you might have the impression that Elon Musk and Sam Altman are on good terms, right? Well, not exactly. Actually, it seems like things are starting to heat up even more between the 2 since the release of ChatGPT. Alright, so before we dive right into the drama, I'll briefly walk you through the shared history of Elon and Sam right after OpenAI was founded by the 2 of them. Roughly 9 months after OpenAI was founded, Elon Musk and Sam Altman held an interview at Tesla's headquarters all about AI. In this interview, Elon shares some of his concerns with AI.
But in terms of things that I think are most likely to affect the future of humanity, I think AI is probably the single biggest item in the near term that's likely to affect humanity. So it's very important that we have the advent of AI in a good way. That is something that if you could look into the crystal ball and see the future, you would like that outcome, because it is something that could go wrong, as we've talked about many times, and so we really need to make sure it goes right.
He also gave his point of view of the best case scenario for AI, as you can see in the following clip.
Could you talk about what you think the positive future for AI looks like and how we get there?
The best of the available alternatives that I can come up with, and maybe somebody else can come up with a better approach or better outcome, is that we achieve democratization of AI technology, meaning that no one company or small set of individuals has control over advanced AI technology. I think that's very dangerous.
And at last, the most important one, Elon again explains why OpenAI was founded in the next clip.
So I think we must have democratization of AI technology and make it widely available. And that's the reason that obviously Yumi and the rest of the team created OpenAI, was to help with the help spread out AI technology so it doesn't get concentrated in the hands of a few.
Fast forward to 2018, Elon was reportedly dissatisfied with the progress that OpenAI was making. He argued that they were falling behind Google in the artificial intelligence race. Because of this, he wanted to take over as CEO of the company, but reportedly the board members, including Sam Altman, rejected the idea. And this is where I believe the relationship between the 2 got a bit rocky. After Elon Musk failed to take over as CEO of OpenAI, he eventually leaves OpenAI's board of directors on February 20th of 2018. According to public articles on this event, the reason Elon Musk left is because of conflict of interest, since he was also running Tesla and SpaceX, which both make use of AI technologies. There might be some truth to that, since 1 year prior to Elon stepping down, the brilliant researcher Andrej Karpathy left OpenAI for Tesla to work on their autonomous vehicles. However, it has also been reported that Elon Musk stopped his funding of OpenAI as soon as he left. He pledged to invest roughly $1 billion in OpenAI, but this stopped even though he had only invested $100 million so far. Obviously, running OpenAI is a costly matter, so I'm sure Sam Altman really needed the funding. With Elon basically out of the picture, it was hard to find new funders considering that OpenAI was still a non-profit organization. Desperately needing new capital to cover AI research and development, OpenAI announced in March of 2019 that they're changing their company structure from non-profit to a capped for-profit. This basically means that shareholders of OpenAI are allowed to make profit, but only up to 100 times their initial investment, which does not really make sense because that means that there's still a shit ton of profit to be made for investors. Fast forward 4 months later to July 2019 and OpenAI announces a $1 billion investment from Microsoft to fund further development of the tech that OpenAI is currently building. Knowing what we now know about OpenAI being a for-profit organization, this means that Microsoft could, theoretically speaking, make a maximum $99 billion profit on this initial investment. Even though Musk never publicly commented on this investment by Microsoft, this had to sting. As he mentioned in his interview with Sam Altman from 2019, he wanted AI to be democratized and not in the hands of one big, giant corporation. With a $1 billion investment from Microsoft, this will be much harder to accomplish. On a positive note, after Microsoft's initial investment, OpenAI has made various significant achievements. In 2020, OpenAI released GPT-3, dubbed one of the largest language models ever created. GPT-3 could generate human-like text and has a wide range of applications, including natural language processing, chatbots, and text completion. The year after, OpenAI introduced DALL-E, which is a neural network capable of creating images from textual descriptions, which means that you could basically input any descriptive text in a text box and DALL-E would attempt to make an image out of it. However, it wasn't until November of 2022 that OpenAI would take the world by storm with the public release of the AI chatbot called ChatGPT. Ever since its release, there has been constant headlines of how ChatGPT is having an impact on humanity. Knowing this, it's safe to assume that OpenAI came back on Elon Musk's radar during this period. And I believe that this is where the real drama started between Sam Altman and Elon Musk. 2023 until present day. 2 months after the initial release of ChatGPT, Microsoft and OpenAI extend their partnership. As part of the deal, Microsoft would be investing billions more into OpenAI over the next few years. And as you might have guessed, oh boy, this sure as hell woke Elon up. Even before the announcement in December, he learned that OpenAI had access to Twitter's database for training. He put that on hold given the reason that OpenAI is neither open source nor a non-profit at the moment, which, to be fair, does make sense. Adding even more fuel to the fire, Andrej Karpathy, the guy that left OpenAI for Tesla in 2018, announced that he's going back to work at OpenAI in February of 2023. Roughly a month later, the mother of Elon Musk's twins, Siobhan Zilis, quits the OpenAI board for unknown reasoning. During this period, Elon also went off on Twitter against OpenAI and Sam Altman. After this, Elon Musk even signed an open letter to put an immediate pause for 6 months on the development of AI. The letter contains concerns on AI replacing human jobs, the spread of untrue information, and the risk of losing control over our civilization. Their argument, as I'll directly quote from the letter, states the following: powerful AI systems should be developed only once we are confident that their effects will be positive and their risks will be manageable. If the letter were to be enforced by governments, that would mean that OpenAI could basically not work on any of their projects, such as ChatGPT and DALL-E, for 6 whole months, which would unavoidably lead to stifling innovation in the AI industry. To be fair, Elon's concerns are justified. According to him, Microsoft has gained exclusive access to the entire code database of OpenAI, which doesn't exactly make it open source and available for everyone. Still, the way he criticizes Sam and OpenAI seems to be way more personal than needed. This actually led to Sam Altman responding to the way Elon Musk behaves on Twitter on Lex Fridman's podcast.
I definitely grew up with Elon as a hero of mine. Despite him being a jerk on Twitter or whatever, I'm happy he exists in the world. But I wish he would do more to look at the hard work we're doing to get this stuff right.
A little bit more love.
So, they are obviously not really on good terms right now. But the real question is Elon Musk's behavior towards OpenAI's CEO justified or not? I'd like to know your point of view, as I personally can understand both. Sam Altman desperately needed funding for OpenAI and Microsoft was willing to provide this. Elon Musk, on the other hand, founded OpenAI to make it accessible for everyone and have it not be controlled by one large corporate monopoly, as he tweeted. This is far from how OpenAI operates at the moment. I'm interested to hear your point of view, so please let me know in the comments.